Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again, and this live stream is brought to you by C60 Evo. I really enjoy the benefits of C60 Evo, organic olive oil, when I take it daily. My mind is sharper, I have more energy and endurance. Endurance for other things. Don't be pleb, all right? It's not the only thing you need endurance for, you little preverts. I sleep deeper and wake up feeling more refreshed, which is amazing. C60 Evo delivers pure C60 Evo ESS60 infused skin serums, lip balms, and pet formulas that deliver excellent results. They've got a proven track record of 31 years and my personal recommendation. Get C60 Evo organic products to enjoy the incredible benefits yourself. Use my link in the description box to get 10% off of your purchase. Oh, got you. Yeah, the fly landed right here on my laptop and I flicked the shit out of him. I should have brought my bug assault gun out here. You guys have one of those? If you don't, get one. So those guns that they have for killing fly, you can kill anything. I killed a spider with it yesterday. The little top flips up and you just put table salt in, regular iodized table salt. You know, the Morton, little girl with the umbrella. You just pour that shit in there, close the top, you pump it. Man, I got it, and I was like, man, how fast is this stuff coming out? Does it hurt? So of course, like a guy, I was like, well, guess I got to shoot myself with it. So I put my hand out here and I just went, boom. It got some bite to it. It's like a shotgun blast. It just spreads out. All these little pieces of salt just spread out. Fuck those flies up. I hate flies. If I see a fly in my house, I cannot rest until it dies. Especially if we got food out. That shit, I can't help it. That shit drives me crazy. I hate flies. There's one in my house. You're gonna die. And don't get it twitted. I was good with the fly swatter. I have reached Zen monk kung fu status with my fly swatter, but I was in Ace Hardware one time and it changed my life. I was on the show, I was like, wait, what? A gun? I put salt in it and it killed. Shit. Sign me up. So I did. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Mark, Tammy, Don, James, Lord, German husbando, Mandy, Kinetic Cat, Ms. Pepsi Girl. What else did I see up here? Ghost 8, Kai Johnson from the UK. You know, you're being a real knob cheese. Not you, Kai. I just wanted to say that shit. Spun Bearing 65, John, Dino, Mike, The Ferg, Dr. Mimo 2526. See you all. What's up? What's going on? What's crack-a-lacking? What's popping? What's going on? What's happening? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué onda, güey? That's all I say it where I grew up. Hey, ¿qué onda, güey? Pendejo. Vete a la chingada, güey. You know, all that good shit. Because, of course, growing up around mostly Mexican kids, I learned the cuss words first. Duh. That's all they wanted to teach me was cuss words. First thing they taught me was chinga tu madre. And they would say, ooh, go say it to them. I was never that dumb. But that's what they wanted to teach me. So I took what I could get. Miss Pepsi Girl, thank you. She says, sorry, no KY popping it like a straight G. Do your thing, super chat cherry popper. You want to be a super chat cherry popper? All you have to do is be the first one to send a super chat. And that financial hymen is yours to break. I'm just telling you how to get it, guys. I'm just giving instructions. Dead Spectra, thank you very much for the twomp and 19 cents. So specific. Been watching your content since October 2019, ever since Mr. Green been wanting to give some donos. So here's some greens for Mr. Green. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Good looking out, Dead Spectra, excuse me. Lord German Husbando says, I've slapped a fly once. Damn, what'd that fly do? Did you backhand it? Bitch, pow. Yeah, I recommend one of those bug assault things. Those things are fun as hell. When I went camping with my son and my friend and his son, that was 80% of our entertainment at the campsite, was just shooting flies and shit. Really shoot anything that crawled in our campsite. It was done. Alien testosterone, thank you. Sloppy thirds. Hey, alien testosterone, one thing I've learned, you get what you can get, man. You take what you can get. We can't all be the first one. We can't all be the second one. Sometimes you got to be the third, but don't ever be the fourth. Ooh. Leo Getz says YouTube is lacking in giving me your notice of live stream. Yeah, man, I don't know why they do that. I put the notice out as early as I possibly can, and you know, and none the miser says code word bouillabaisse. Now, what he means by that is, and I gotta upload that here. I'm gonna do it right now. Last night, as I do every Wednesday with my man Gabe and Sean, we talk about some classic action movies. And yesterday, we talked about Under Siege, Steven Seagal, 1992. And what's her name? Jordan or Erica? Erica, I can't remember her last name. Sean knew it hella quick, but she was one of the playmates for that year. I think she was, we said Miss July 1989. She was one of the playmates. And one thing I noticed, I just posted it to my YouTube page under community. But one thing I noticed, so on my Instagram page, as you may or may not know, I do what's called #NotToday. And that's where I upload movie clips or clips from TV shows or commercials or whatever from back in the day where they said shit that you couldn't say it today. But not only would you get canceled if you did, but they probably wouldn't even shoot these movies or these TV shows today. They wouldn't even do it because there's too many woke bitches in Hollywood now and they just couldn't handle it. They get triggered. So they probably wouldn't even make this kind of shit. But it's stuff from the 80s and 90s, movies, TV, whatever. So we're watching, or I was rewatching Under Siege. Of course, I've seen it a million times, but I wanted to watch it the day before, so it's fresh in my mind. And there's a scene where they're talking to the guys on the ship, and they're trying to organize a surprise party for the captain of the ship. And part of what they're going to do is have this former playmate, played by Erica something. She was in Baywatch, and I think her name was Jordan in Baywatch. Was her name Jordan in the movie? I think it was CJ was her name in Baywatch. Fuck, I don't know. But anyway, they're going around and they're trying to get all the different departments on the ship, the flight crew and all that stuff. They're getting everybody in on it so they can fly in the entertainment, and she's going to pop out of a cake. And he goes up to one of the guys who's in charge of the flight deck and he says, man, we need you to do this and that. He's like, man, I don't want to. So then he takes out a Playboy magazine and he said, well, this is what's going to be on the helicopter. And he takes, he folds it down, that long ass, the full body pic in the Playboy magazines. And he was like, oh, okay, yeah, we can make this happen. And he told him, he's like, hey, why don't you keep that? And just shit like that you couldn't make because it would be misogyny and you're sexualizing her. You're sexualizing her body, and she has more to offer than just her body, and you're sexualizing her. Ugh, I don't even want to hear that shit. But stuff like that they couldn't do today because of too many whiny, soft handshake bitches. Your mom's boyfriend, what up? He says, hey, this isn't a mall. Can someone show me where the Sears Roebuck and Company store is? I want to see the little girl section. Gross. Those don't exist anymore. Is there a Sears anywhere? I haven't been to Sears in years. They have everything, though. You need to furnish your home. You need tools. You need some clothes. You need to take a family picture. Sears had your back. Brian King B. Falcon, he says, wasn't Morris Chestnut in that movie? He was in Under Siege 2. Under Siege 2. Yeah, Dino Mike, it's Erica Eleniak or something like that. Yeah, Erica Eleniak. But no, Morris Chestnut, he played the steward or whatever on the train in Under Siege 2, which, by the way, was a horrible piece of shit. It was definitely on the decline of Steven Seagal's career. I think Under Siege, the first one, was the last good movie from Steven Seagal. Because after that, you get into, what is it, Glimmer Man, which was horrible with Keenan Ivory Wayans, or Under Siege 2 at the end that came out first. Glimmer Man with Keenan Ivory Wayans, which was a horrible piece of shit as well. You know, Exit Wounds with DMX and whichever one he did with Ja Rule. It was trash time after that. But Under Siege, I think that was the last good one. The last good Seagal movie. Spunbrain65, thank you for the Twompski. He says, Bidens have accumulated narcotics, violated the Mann Act, and laundering money while selling U.S. influence. How does anyone else get charged with the crime? Well, the problem is his last name, or their last name, is Biden. If their last name was Trump, well, their life would be an open book. We would know every inch of that laptop. We would know all the filthy little pictures, everybody's names, their contacts, all the shit he did. We would know everything inside that laptop. We would know the contents of his laptop better than the contents of our own laptop. The money laundering, that would stop. They would follow that little trail right to Ukraine. Oh, we're going to talk about Ukraine. You thought they were done sticking their hand in our wallet? Come on now. You got to have the right last name or maybe the wrong last name to get some charges filed against you. Spunbrain65. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. Carolyn 714, what up, girl? Says, I found you during the COVID lockdown. You were so funny during the time we were stuck at home. I went back and watched all your old previous videos. Your takes on life are very entertaining and funny AF. Thank you, Carolyn. I'm glad I could bring some smiles while we were locked down on that bullshit. That was so weird. You look outside, there's nobody out there. You can only go here for medical issues or for work. Look, man, I did 18 years as a child. I served my time. I want my parole. I put in my 18 years hard time listening to someone else tell me what to do all the time. Tell me what I couldn't do. Tell me where I couldn't go. And tell me how much money I could have. I did that already. I'm done. Why would I want to go back? Why would I want to regress? I want to move forward with this adult shit. I'm not trying to go back and be no kid and have you fucking tell me what I can and can't do. I don't feel right. It's like putting on ill-fitting clothes. Oh, get this off of me. Like putting on an itchy sweater or something. Thumbs up. That's right, Nitro Burke. Thumbs up. Hit that sub. Hit that like. Irvin Garrett says Glimmerman was good. All caps on good and 2 exclamation points, sir. How old were you when you saw it? Because the younger you are when you see something, you kind of miss all the bad shit about it. But I challenge you to watch that movie again and tell me it's good. That movie fucking sucked. Some of the action was cool, but that's when Seagal, he was getting older, so he was doing like some of the slappy shit. Man, that movie was horrible. JP Urban, hey Jericho, say what's up to my wife, Natalie. This is her first live chat, so don't disappoint. Thank you. I don't plan to, JP Urban. But what's up to your wife? Hello, Natalie. Welcome. Bienvenue. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. The water's fine. Hurry up and get in the water before too many people are here and they start peeing in it. Just kidding. It wasn't too bad. Action Jackson. Marky Mark. Don't get me started on that movie. That's one of my fucking classics. All right. We said they have like this group of these covert badasses that the bad guy hires. Coach. What's his name? The character's name is Peter Delaplane, but what's the character, the guy who played Coach? I don't know why I can't remember his name. But they got, Carl Weathers all tied up, of course, in a double bicep pose. Fucking muscles everywhere. Who's going to tie somebody up like this? So he got them all tied up and shit. One of the guys says, we're going to have ourselves a little barbecue. Because, of course, Craig T. Nelson, thanks, Dynamite. Because, of course, in an action movie, you can't just kill the good guy. Just kill him. Don't tell him everything you're about to do before you kill him. Oh, we're going to kill you anyway, so I might as well tell you everything. Because you know he's going to live. He's going to take that information and use it to stop the bad guy. But the bad guy tells him, we're going to have ourselves a little barbecue. And he gets this big old, flamethrower thing. But then, blah, 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 they fight and everything. And Carl Weathers has this grenade launcher. And he gets the bad guy and goes, barbecue, huh? How do you like your ribs? Boom! It blows him up. Me and my brother used to say that shit to each other all the time. How do you like your ribs? Yeah, Daniel Weiss. Now you piss me off at the end. You know, the fights always go the same at the end of an action movie. The good guy gets the upper hand, then the bad guy gets the upper hand. The good guy, it's about to all end. That's it. He's beaten down. It's over. And then somehow either the woman, his romantic interest, shoots the bad guy in the back right before he shoots the good guy, or like in this case, Peter Delaplane, like he elbows him in the back real hard, and Carl Weathers goes, "Now you piss me off," and he starts whooping his ass and fucks him up. Man, that movie is great. Action Jackson. Check it out. We need more movies like that. We need more action movies. We need more Carl Weathers. None of this woke shit where the girl is keeping up with the guy and she's kicking his ass and running faster than him. Don't give me that bullshit. I want high body count. I want one-liners. I want titties. And I want guns. That's it. That's 4 things. They start doing that again, we will turn the tide on this woke bullshit because politics is downstream from pop culture and the arts. We need to start making those kinds of movies again. I don't want none of this atomic blonde shit. But Jericho, you sound racist or you sound sexist. Like, actually, atomic blonde can kiss my ass, all right? I want action movies. I want bad writing, one-liners. There's always got to be a strip club scene. Titties always find their way into an action movie. I want 40, 50 dudes dead in the first 30 minutes. I want more than a killing a minute. Real simple. Give me something I can disconnect from the world and go enjoy. That's all I want. I want visual. I want eye candy. All right. I want ice cream and candy and whipped cream and sprinkles. I just want to go be entertained. Stop with this shit, man. Show me a good guy with some morals who does the right thing. He cares about his family. What did you just say? What did you just say, Jericho? Did you just say you want an action star who cares about his family? Yeah. Because usually that's the avenue to his violence. You either took his wife, or you killed his wife, or you killed his wife and kid. There's some family connection there. He's a good guy. He's, ruffling his son's hair. Let's go play some catch there, boy. Loves his wife. Is affectionate with his wife. He's a good guy. Waves to his neighbor. And then some bad guy comes into the picture and fucks it all up. And that justifies the violence that we're about to see. Marky Mark, Commando. I just watched that with my son the other day, or most of it. We had something to do. But we got to the part where... let's see. We got damn near to the end. Yeah, we got to the part right before he fights Bennett. I'm here, Bennett. I'm here. Kill me. Come on, Bennett. Yeah, Sully, that little shit. I don't know what that dude's name is. He's a good character actor. He was in all those 80s movies. Just a sniveling little shit that you just wanted to beat the shit out of. He said, "Remember, you said you were going to kill me last." Or he's all, "Sully, remember I told you I was going to kill you last." "Yeah, you did say that." "I lied." Drops him off a cliff. No police. Nobody came. Nobody was looking for him. Nobody was hunting him down. He was just on a mission to kill all the guys because they took his daughter. They kidnapped his daughter. Family. Kidnapped his daughter. That was it. Yeah, he was a Sean Penn. He looked like Sean Penn's cousin or some shit. Sully. You talk about shit writing? There was no shittier writing than Commando. One-liners? Excuse me. Can I get a blanket and a pillow? She gives him the stewardess. Gives it to him. Ooh, I called her a stewardess. Sexist. And he puts the dude that's sitting next to him. They send a guy to keep an eye on him. He gets the guy next to him in a headlock, breaks his neck, which is humanly impossible, breaks his neck, gives him an elbow, or no, I think he elbowed him first, then put him in the headlock, breaks his neck, then puts his hat down over his face like he's sleeping. Gives him a pillow, puts a blanket over him. And then the stewardess comes back and he said, excuse me, don't bother my friend, he's dead tired. He's dead tired? Oh. Come on. Oh, shit. Don't get me started on those guys. Let's get back in this, shall we? Rance and Shan, thank you. Question. YouTuber gave She-Hulk an average score, but is accused of changing his score due to pressure soon. What's worse, being stubborn or spineless? Spineless. If the shit sucked, it sucked, man. Stand by it. If that's not what you really thought, then you shouldn't have said it. Stand by this. It was trash. I played that the other day. Brian King v. Falcon, Howard the Duck. That was the first Marvel movie. But yeah, that's horrible. If you're not going to stand by it and believe in it and argue people or debate people or stand behind what you said, then don't say that shit. Keep your mouth shut. She-Hulk is garbage. That scene that I played where she's talking to the Hulk, telling about, I watch my temper all the time when someone's mansplaining to me, or they call me emotional, I might get murdered. Like women are getting murdered for speaking their mind now in America. Stupid ass shit. That show is garbage. It's not only garbage. You ever see a dumpster after it's just been dumped and you look in there and there's like this trash slurry? That's what She-Hulk is. It's ridiculous, man. That show sucks. How you gonna make the Hulk look like a bitch? He's not the bitch ass Hulk. He's the Incredible Hulk. So how are you gonna have her kicking his ass and telling him what's up? He's the Hulk. Man, please. J954, thank you. JG, my dude. Drop what you're doing and binge watch Terminal List on Prime TV. Shit's sick. Everything you just said, even a strip clubs. That's all I want, man. And that's what's even more messed up about it is the template has already been made. The groundwork's already been laid. You know what to do. You know what movies to get. Get a handful of those movies, watch them, copy, and paste. That's it. That's all we want. The real men left in this world, that's what we want. Not the little bitches with a Charmin soft handshake. I'm not talking about them. And you ain't got to be no tobacco chewing, truck driving, hunting, wood chopping, some bitch to be a man. I'm talking about real men who know their place in society, know their place in the world, and they're proud of it, and they're not going to change it, and they're not going to be backed down by some weak-ass punk. You know what I love to see? I love to see that video. I think the dude was a Marine. It was a couple years ago. You know what I'm talking about. They're like in Seattle or some shit. It's this big old Antifa riot. And they're out there fucking with people. And one of the guys hits this Marine dude. And you can look at him and tell this dude ain't about no bullshit. But he hits him with a stick or something like that. And he eats that one. But the guy tries to hit him again. He blocks it. Because if you've been in a fight before, if you've been in more than one fight, you know that if you see somebody doing something and you think they're going to do it again, the next time you're going to get them. You got me once. I'm going to eat that hit with the stick. You got me. But if you try that shit again, I'm going to get you. That's what he did. He caught it with his left hand, took his right hand, and rendered this dude unconscious. He said, "Are you tired? You want to go to sleep? Let's go." He fucking, boom! Dude's glasses go flying. I don't know where they went, but they weren't on his face anymore. Boom! Oh boy. He's out on he's about 45-degree angle. He's already out. And that's exactly what you get. Who the fuck do you think you are? You think you can just rampage through this city and you think you just go around hitting people? What were you thinking? You think this dude was just going to cower and let you hit him? No. Instead, he made it so for the next 6 months, all your food has to go in a blender first. No, you can't do solids. About 6 months, it's going to be wired shut. You're going to have to suck all your food through a straw. And if you're in bitch ass Seattle or Oregon or California, it's going to be a paper one, so you better grab more than one. What are they thinking? Men want to see these movies. Socrates, Ken, you're right. Commando was horribly awesome. Yes, it was. Perfect example. Lactanin, Harlem Nights, great cast. Come on, man. The scene where Arsenio Hall accidentally shot Junior. You made me shoot Junior in the back of the head. I'm going to kill you quick. Oh, man. Don't bother my friend. He's dead tired. Yeah, Swamp Fox 1732. That's one of the coldest lines in movie history and cinematic history. And Predator with Jesse the Body. He's the one who had that General Electric minigun. Just cut shit down. And his buddy goes, hey, man, you're bleeding. I ain't got time to bleed. What? You're so bad that you don't have time to bleed. I want to get that bad someday. I ain't got time to bleed. Stuff will make a man out of you. Guys are a bunch of slack-jawed. Oh, couldn't say that word nowadays, could you? Guys dug in there like an Alabama tick. Take me back. 1987, take me back. Come and get me. Oh, man. Brian King B. Falcon. New Jack City. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. Why'd they put Ice-T in that movie? Ice-T was horrible in New Jack City. Why'd they put him in there? You're in there with you're up against Wesley Snipes. Ice-T was trash. Just saying. Yeah, he told him, he goes, I ain't got time to bleed. You got time to duck? Because the homeboy had the grenade launcher. So he sent a few up there. Damien H. 86 was Predator. Was it 86 or 87? I think it was 87. My action movie heart tells me it was 87. Yeah, Socrates Ken. I was not a fan of Ice-T. The movie was great. With Pookie, he tried. Wait a minute. How are you going to be? You are a crackhead to the max. Crackamus Maximus. All you do is smoke crack. You're off crack for what, 2 weeks? And then they put you inside of the biggest crack house in New York City and you're supposed to be fine? Man, Pookie was on that shit in minutes. Jump roping butt naked. Oh, Pookie. That's right, Lactanin. Poor Pookie. He was doing all right. Ice-T threw his ass back in the damn crack house. Damn it. J.J. Finning, I like Ice-T, but in that movie, he was not good. Judd Nelson, he was in there too, the Breakfast Club. Yeah. Judd Nelson had them big-ass nostrils. You could probably pick his nose with boxing gloves on. Authentically Kennedy, what up, dude? All right, guys. Let's get out of this 80s movie, 90s movie action rabbit hole. We'll never get on track, guys. We'll never get on track because I could go on for days. I could go on for days and days, man. Why'd you have to mention that, Marky Mark? Marky Mark said, "Don't forget about play." Don't say that to this comment section because this comment section can get real play real fast. I don't want to play around today. See, Lactanin's doing it too. You did that, Marky Mark. You did that. Anywho, man, where were we? Where were we? Okay. So, the title, money, money, money. The thumbnail, more money. Blessed Veteran Adventures. Stop it. Now you got people saying, what the play? Knock it off. So, the thumbnail, money. Because that's what we're hemorrhaging, all right, to other countries. I was My wife took my son to his first soccer practice yesterday. And one of the moms there, she's a probation officer, and her son had played t-ball with my son, so we kind of know each other. Her husband's a real cool dude. What up, Matt? I got that copy of the magazine for you too, by the way. So she's talking to her, and she's a probation officer. And my wife was asking her, why are there not Teo Mestis, knock it off, the incredible player. Yes, I blame you for this, Marky Mark. You started it. So she asked her, how come there aren't more services for the homeless? Because the homeless around here are a real problem. And she said, there was plenty of funding. There were plenty of places for them to go. COVID hit. A lot of the places couldn't recover, and they closed. So if they're not open to take these people in, they're going to be roaming the streets. So then I started thinking, we have a $90 billion surplus in the California budget. That means we got $90 billion extra dollars to play with. And they don't have money for these facilities. She was talking about somebody she knows who's a veteran, and there's no money for him to get his services. But we have $90 billion in surplus money. Exactly, Dino Mike. I was just about to say that. And we're the first state to offer insurance to every illegal. Illegals can get health insurance in California. But we don't have the proper amount of facilities to help with the people who have mental issues or veterans to keep them off of the street. So they're closing down, but we're giving insurance and many other things to people who should not be here. And it's going on a national level because we just, no, let me change that. We didn't decide this shit. They, we the fathers, says, play on, player. Stop it, you guys. Damn it, Marky Mark. They decided to send another $3 billion to where? Their latest money pit, or some might even call it a laundromat, because shit's getting washed and laundered. Ukraine. Of course, man. Yeah. Hey, I know. They're in the middle of a war, and Russia's kicking their ass. And Ben Stiller went to visit, and Nancy Pelosi and her sorry delegation, they went to visit. Some other celebrities went to visit. Sean Penn, U2. Some assholes going to visit. So it begs the question, how bad of a war zone is it? If all these people are going to fucking hang out, going for photo ops. I can't remember who it was, but just recently, another celebrity just went over there. So if you have time, if you have guests, if you're able to have guests, well, then I guess it's not that bad. JJ Finnegan, damn it, he says, play a crane. So, I don't understand. One day, Putin's bombing everything. The next day, he's cheesing it with some B-lister. But no matter what's going on, they're going to have $3 billion more to fuck around with. Nice. Also, shout out to Tim Hill. Right at the very end, I had already actually signed off from my live stream. His $2 super chat popped up. So thank you very much, Tim Hill. George Foreman is accused of sexual assault. What? George Foreman? Oh, don't worry, guys. There's a twist. And also, the LGB. No, I didn't forget the T in the alphabet soup group. Pretty soon, it's just going to be the LGB because now there's an uprising against the T. It's called #DropTheT on Twitter. Those members of the alphabet soup group are tired of the T's fucking it up for everybody. They got a nice pool party going on, having pina coladas and shit, and then the T comes in and spreads their ass open and takes a shit in the pool. Now we can't swim. You got to get out of the pool because there's dookie in it. We're going to talk about that shit. And many more things. But first, yeah, Tim Star, the T is the worst. T fucks it up for everybody. Let's do some good guns, shall we? And this one is Missouri woman kills alleged rapist. Great. This one's short and sweet because we got some shit to get to. St. Louis, the Cape Girardeau prosecutor says a woman shot and killed a registered sex offender who broke into her home about a week after he allegedly raped her. Oh, so you coming back, player? Now, if he's a convicted sex offender, why the fuck is he out? Anyway, prosecutor Morley Swingle says the woman on Friday identified the man, 47-year-old Ronnie Pryor, as the same man who broke into her home and raped her days earlier. The prosecutor says the woman was justified in using deadly force. Pryor allegedly first broke a basement window in the woman's home Saturday and raped her. On Friday morning, the woman called 911 when she heard a car door slam. Police came but didn't find anyone else in her home. 2 hours later, Pryor allegedly broke through the same basement window. The woman tried to call police again, but said Pryor had turned off the electricity. She says she shot him as he crashed through the basement door. Good for you, lady. Good for you. This story would have been perfect if only she shot him in his dick first and just let him bask in the pain of having his genitals blown all over the inside of his boxers. I wish he was able to just enjoy that for a minute. Let that pain marinate. Let that burning sensation. You always hear that when people get shot. What does it feel like? It burns. So I wish he would have had just a couple minutes to feel that burning sensation in his crotch and feel around for what used to be there. But everything's not perfect, but it ended great. I'm so glad that it ended that way. And if he's a registered sex offender, why is he out? Again, there are other things you should get a life sentence for, not just murder. If you rape somebody, you're obviously broken. Some wires got crossed. There's always something that's defective. You know, when they mass produce things now, I saw one thing, I believe it was some kind of food product. Everything's passing by. Like you can't even see it with your eyes, but it's being read by these computers. And the computers are making sure that everything is the right shape. Nothing's misshapen. It's disconnected. Nothing's still connected. It's perfect. And if there's something that's imperfect, there's a blast of air that blows it off of the assembly line, off the conveyor belt. So it won't be packaged up and sent to a consumer because they want everything to be perfect. But sometimes we've all opened something. I remember getting some plastic forks or something one time, and two of them were still stuck together. It happens. Sometimes defective ones make it through. But when you have a chance to find these defective ones, you need to pull them out of rotation. You need to pull them out of rotation. You're gone forever. You can't be fixed. You forced yourself on another human being. You can't do that. We got a rule book here, and up toward the top, one of the top 5 rules is don't force yourself on other people. Don't rape other people. So if you do, since our westernized stomachs are too weak to give you what you deserve, and we don't want to outsource our punishment to more barbaric countries, then we should lock you away forever. And I mean forever. Lock you away forever. Sheriff Arpaio in Arizona should be in charge of all the prisons and jails in this country. Hard labor. Punishment. But this dude's a register. What do you mean register? For what? Oh shit, I'm registered. I can't do it. I got to give up my raping, sexually assaulting lifestyle now. I'm registered. That don't mean shit. Obviously. And there's no chemical castration. You're not going to take away that urge. Their mind is defective. It's broken. It can't be fixed. Back in the day, if a horse twisted its ankle, you blew its brains out. So this dude can rape somebody and go in jail, hang out. Hey, yo, what's up, man? Long time no see. And then go home? No. You need to be removed from society. Leticia Hernandez. She says, amen to you prisoners for hard labor. That's what's up. Hard labor. I want those inmates to collapse in their bed at night at the end of the workday. I don't got time to shank. I'm beat. My back hurts. They learn some songs to sing and shit. Hard labor. Why not? Send them. All the prisons should be in Arizona. All of them. Arizona should be our prison colony. Get all the regular people out of there. Put them in Arizona because it's hot as shit all the time. Christmas Day, it's like 1,000. It's hot all the time. Put them there, out in the desert. You know those scenes where it's the desert and you just hear some vulture scream or some crow? That's how it should be. Yeah, Midnight Ride. That's how we got Australia. Australia started as a prison colony. Crikey. Look at the size of that bigger on that crocodile. Chain gangs? Yeah, why not? We too good for chain gangs? I don't think so. I say you punish the dog shit out of him. But that guy should have been thrown away so that never happened to that woman. Fortunately, he's no longer taking oxygen that could be breathed by somebody else. Politically correct redskin. Northern Alaska would be nice too. Yeah, one of the extremes. Either extremely cold or extremely hot. Unbearable. That's how it should be. If you don't like it, well, then don't fuck up. But if you do, like my mom would tell me, if you don't make the right decisions, somebody will make them for you. Rance and Shan, thank you. Remember when the point of punishing criminals was to bring the same pain and suffering into them that they forced onto their victim? Boy, that's a novel idea. Whatever you do to somebody needs to be done to you. And trust me, we can find somebody to do to you what you did to somebody else. The prisons are full of them. You wanted to rape that woman? Uh-oh. We got somebody that'll do that for you. Yep. I want a dude with a dick so big that it has its own social security number. If that dude's by himself, he still has to say, table for two. I want it to hurt. I saw this nature show one time. It was these two wild donkeys. And the male donkey was chasing after the female donkey. And this female donkey's dick was almost touching the ground. That donkey had a whole lot of dick. And it jumped on that female donkey. I mean, seriously, the dick had to be like 18 inches long. It was gigantic. And he jumped on that female donkey and put it all in. It wasn't like a human, like, ooh, just the tip, take your time. No. These are animals. Don Zuckschwert, excuse me. How about Siberia? Great. Put them out there. They got reality shows where people are in the Arctic for 3 months. So I think we can put some prisoners up there. But anyway, this donkey, he jumped on top of that female donkey and gave it all to her. And that female donkey, because it was back, so you could see both of them. And that female donkey's face, when that donkey did that, like the donkey's lips came back and like showed all teeth. She was like, fuck, that's a lot. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you get. You can't be doing that. Call me crazy. Anyway, that was good gun people. Good for that lady. I hope she never, ever has to go through anything like that again. That is absolutely horrible. And in her home? So where's she supposed to feel safe? Where's her refuge supposed to be if you fuck that all up, Mr. Pryor? Good for her. Bad for you. Anyway, so If you feel your tax-paying wallet get a little bit lighter, that's because we're sending 3 billion more. What are we? Around 60 billion we've sent to them. The UK just sent some more money to them. And why are we sending the most? You look at the list of countries that sent money to Ukraine after this bullshit, it's not even close. It's us, and then way down there. Like, you ever been in an airplane and you look down and everything looks like it's in little squares? Way down there is the UK, second place. Why are we doing that? Didn't we have a dude in there that was all about making everybody pay their equal share? Remember that? Remember, he got in there, he opened the books and says, hold up. Wait, we're doing what? And what are we getting? Wait, we're paying that and we're getting this? No. We're out. No, pull us out. Iran deal, Paris Accord. Oh, no, it's done. He was checking the UN. There's a clip of him sitting down with a bunch of leaders telling them, you pay this, I pay that. It's not fair. It's not going to continue. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with getting what you pay for? None of us mind getting what we pay for. Good or bad, you get what you pay for. Well, we're not getting what we pay for. You guys are having a fucking MTV summer break over here, spring break Daytona, popping bottles and fucking around, and we're footing the bill for it. Look at Obama's dumbass. He's the one who got us into that shit. The whole world would just get around Obama in a circle and just start pushing him back and forth. Reach in there and pull out his American. Give me that shit. Oh, what? Here you go. There's my wallet. It's full of taxpayer money, and take whatever you want. I'm sorry for being inconvenient. I should have given you more money sooner. That's what we had. So then homeboy comes in and says, whoa. No. This ain't right. You want us to help you out? Cough it up. If you don't, we're out. But instead, who is it? Reagan. That said, some people say you're spending money like a sailor. Well, that's an insult to sailor or the government. The government spends money like a sailor. That's an insult to sailors. Because at least the sailors make their own money. It's easy to spend other people's money. You ever been to a company event or something, or a wedding when it's open bar? People get real wasteful, don't they? Half drinking shit, take a bite out. Fuck it, I'll get another one. Oh man, Foghorn Leghorn. I say. Says Obama bowing to the Saudi prince. I'll never forget that. I will never forget when the president of the United States bowed to the Saudi prince and kissed his ring. Was this the mafia? You don't go and kiss nothing, fool. You want to wait till after you're president, you go over there and kiss his hand? You can kiss whatever part of him you want. But as long as you're the president, the leader of the free world, don't you fucking kiss nobody's ring, especially the Saudis. Where did most of the damn hijackers come from in 9/11? But the Saudi government didn't know that, or the prince, whatever the fuck they got? Dude, as a man, just as a man, I'm not kissing nobody's ring or hand or cheek. I know in some cultures they do that. Not this one. Not the one I come from. We don't kiss hands. We don't kiss cheeks. We don't kiss rings. We don't kiss feet. We don't kiss ass. But that weak little spineless bitch did. Tammy A, the reason he has no balls is because they were in Mike's breast pocket. Mike was like, you're not going to need these, Barry. Kiss them. Man. Anyway, in the middle of inflation, but hey, he's bringing the prices down, right? Did you guys see that governor? He's a gubernatorial candidate for Florida running against DeSantis. And he's talking about how Biden's a great president. Prices are coming down. Inflation's trending down. Trending. Don't use those words with me. Is inflation gone or not? Are we done with the recession or not? Don't tell me what's trending. Trends don't help me. Inflation's trending down. Don't give me that corporate speak. Is it over? No, then it's still going on. It's still your fault. Don't jack the price of gas up to $6 and then want me to be doing backflips when you get it down to $4.50. That's your fault. Until we get back to $2 a gallon, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear it. You're not done. You ever send your kids to do something and they show up back in the living room and you're like, why are you in here? Did you do X, Y, and Z? No. Well, then get out of here. Go. You're not done yet. Go finish. Once you finish, you can enjoy all the amenities of our home. Until then, go finish what I told you to do. Well, I'm halfway done folding my clothes. That's not done. Don't tell me what you're bringing down or what's trending down. It's still too damn high. We still have food shortages in America? Excuse me for being a nationalist snob. Excuse me for looking down my American nose at the rest of the world, but we got it like that. Did you know that there are American people going down to Mexico for cheaper gas? What did you just say? We're going down to Mexico to get cheaper gas. Their Costco's are full of baby formula. We're here dumping this shit out, and their shelves, their Costco's got pallets on pallets. What flavor do you need? We probably got some flavors you ain't never even heard of before down here. What in the hell is going on? Mexico? We're supposed to go down to Mexico for vacation and Tijuana. That's it. Not to get cheaper fuel or to find some things that aren't available here in the greatest country on earth. Do they not see anything wrong with that? What the fuck? $3 billion more to Ukraine. Let me ask you guys this. How much of that money, let's 60 billion just for the sake of math, huh? We've sent them 60 billion. How much of that do you think made it to the things that they told us it's going to? No oversight. No oversight. The Republicans wanted there to be oversight when it came to this Ukraine money we're sending, and the Democrats said no. Why would you not want to do that? Why would you be sending that kind of money and no oversight? When our kids go off to college, they get oversight, especially if I'm paying for it. What are you spending your money on? You want to pay for it? No, do what you want. 10%, Dan says. Tim Starr says 20%. Maybe. Patrick Allard says 0. Really, no oversight. And you know these suckers are going to keep sending it. They say when you come across a fool, get all you can get. So you have this sucker-ass country with a leader who wakes up in the morning and needs to relearn everything every day. Because his head, if you open the top of his head, there's a dead mouse in there. That's all. A dead rodent. You know his cabinet and this country's government is full of leftist communist swine. You know they're on some woke shit and they're just going to keep making it rain on your ass. Would you do the right thing with that money knowing that more is coming? No. We're sending them money to keep their government going. Hey, man, that's your government. You keep it going. Fuck you. We got problems here. We got men in spandex shorts where you can see the outline of their helmet dancing in front of elementary school children. And you're spending money over there? You got New York handing out healthcare, cell phones, and other amenities to illegals. And you're sending our money over there? We have Fentanyl killing over 100,000 people a year. The number one cause of death across the board, 18 to 45. And you're sending money over there? And you got our border open like the legs of a hula? Somebody wake me up. Wake me up from this. This is a dream, isn't it? Right? In 20 minutes, I'm going to hear, and I'm going to fumble half asleep to turn off the alarm, right? Please tell me. That makes no sense. Our country will never be perfect. It's ran by humans. Humans are shit. Humans are the worst parasite this planet has ever seen. But we can't be this bad. We can't have these kind of problems. America? Imagine what kind of fear that sends up, what kind of chill that sends up the spine of other countries when we're fucking up. We're supposed to be the grown-ups. Roy Lee Painter, homeless vets. 22 of them killing themselves every day. If only they served in the Ukrainian army, we would care. But they made the mistake of serving in ours, so we don't care. Boy, I'm telling you, fuck. Then they're saying how horrible Putin is. Putin. Putin's price hikes. So you mean to tell me you're allowing the dictator of another country to play with our lives? You're not doing your job. You're allowing him to affect our lives in such a way? You failed. Get out of there. Just leave the office vacant. Just quit. The entire federal government, just quit for a year and see where we are. How about that? Just imagine if the federal government was gone for a whole year. You know what would happen? Now, this happens all the time. To those of us who live in the real world and live real life, we do this all the time. Now, the federal government, some of them never been in the private sector. They've been politicians their whole lives. They don't know this. Okay? We know this. Do you know what we would do if the federal government completely, post office, everything? Everybody under the federal government umbrella, you get 365 days off starting now. You know what we would do? Adapt and overcome. That's what we would do. We would figure it out. All right, cool. We don't have the federal government. They're not paying for the roads, 911, all that kind of shit. Cool. Schools, no problem. We got it. Neighborhoods, cities, organize. You think people can't get out there and pave the roads? I can show you roads right now where ain't nobody paving them. If you got to pee, if you got a small bladder and you got a problem peeing on yourself, don't drive down a California road. Because you're going to piss all over yourself because they're bumpy and unkept. You think we can't figure it out? You think we won't organize and make sure the police are where they need to be? The schools are what they need to be? You think society would just shut down and we would curl up in a ball and cry until a year went by? Hell no, we wouldn't. People would come together and organize for the greater good. That's what would happen. And then once we figured out, oh shit, here we are, 6-7 months in, and life is good. I got more money in my check. I know where my money's going because we gather, once a month or whatever, we put our money together to take care of ourselves. I know where it's going. I can see where it's going. I can see the improvements. I can see the schools getting better. I can see their scores improving. I can see these roads are getting better. Damn, it's clean out here. I haven't seen a homeless person in 7 months. We would be just fine. We just got to figure out if we could make that shit happen, if the federal government just fucked off for a whole year, we would be totally fine. We'd get our mail on time. The schools would be doing great. Communities would be great. We'd be protected. They wouldn't be getting involved in our lives, telling who we can't do and what we can't do and all that kind of shit. We'd figure our shit out. Marky Mark, yes, bladders do matter, guys. Don't mistreat your bladder. Be kind. Go pee when it tells you to. Iron elegance, yes, skill sets are real value and they would rise to the top. All these degrees for kitten feelings, and what does Ben Shapiro call it? Lesbian dance theory. You have a master's degree in how I feel. All that shit would sink to the bottom because it's worthless. And those of us with real skills would rise to the top and start getting shit done. We would have to lean on the real Americans, and we would do better. How does the federal government make our lives better? I can't think of anything. They keep some things going, but do they make our lives better? When the federal government gets involved, do things get better? No. We lose power. They get more bloated and complicated and turn into this entity we can't even penetrate. How helpless do you feel when you have to call the federal government, some federal office, the IRS or something? They're too big. The government is too damn big. What happens to a person when they get too big? You see my 600-pound life. They can't wipe their ass. They can't feed themselves. They can't do anything. They're totally reliant on everybody else. They're this big blob that can't move. That's what our federal government is. We have a transportation secretary, Pete Buttigieg, who in the middle of a supply chain crisis, one I've never seen. I've been here 41 years on this planet, in this country. I've never seen it. This is your job, and in the middle of it, you decide to take 2 months off for paternity leave? I'm sorry. It's two guys. So why can't he fucking stay home with the baby? What, you need to be skin to skin? You need him to latch on? You bitch. You're a man. You ain't got no titties. You can't feed that baby any better than he can. Get your punk ass back to work. The fuck are you talking about? You taking 2 months off now? Why don't you postpone that shit like we do? I remember at Trader Joe's, there's a certain time of year you can't take time off because you're needed. The holidays? Don't even think about it. All your vacation better be taken before November. That's just how it was. You can't leave us now. We need you. You left us. To do what? Fucking stay at home and play mommy and daddy? And don't get me started on how selfish it is when two gay people adopt a child. That's selfish. You're putting that kid at a disadvantage. Two moms, two dads? What the fuck are you doing? There's a reason it takes a man and a woman to make a baby, because it takes a man and a woman to raise it. Both of you have to teach that kid different things. Both of you have different skill sets you need to pass on to that child. And two dudes or two women can't do it. Oh, the child will be loved. Hey, newsflash, bitch. Kids need more than love. Is love important? Yeah. It's one of the main ingredients, but it's not the only ingredient. You want to bake a cake with no sugar? Well, you got everything. You got the flour and the eggs and all that shit. Yeah, it's important, but it ain't everything. Kids need to be taught. Kids need discipline. Kids need to be shown the right thing. They need to be shown how to move throughout the world, and you learn that from your parents, your mama and your daddy. Kids need more than just love. That's selfish as hell. We want a baby. Well, too fucking bad. I want to be 6'2". I only got the 5'11". Damn it. I don't give a fuck what you want. People in hell want ice water. I don't know. How do you spell that? I don't know. Ridiculous. We got somebody who's supposed to be in charge of that shit, and he's taking a 2-month vacation to play house. Damn it, America. Like I said yesterday, World War II generation, they handed us Halle Berry. We turned it into Leslie Jones. Now America's some smoking, coughing, lesion-covered skank. She used to be fine. Ooh, America, come over here, girl. Look at you. On your free, hold on. Oh, look at that freedom. Let me see some of that bravery cleavage. Yeah, girl. Looking good. Ooh, let me see those constitutional thighs. Ooh, yes. America, you fine as shit, girl. You better stop. You better stop, America. I'm a happily married man, America. You better go somewhere. You're going to make me sin. Fine as you are. Damn, turn around. Ooh, guys, look at all that opportunity. Fries come with that shake. America, you got a fat ass. You fine. Not no more. That's America now. That's America now. Sores and shit all sucked up. Get away from me. Need to nurse that girl back to her former damn glory. Need to get her into rehab. We get America some methadone. God Dog 2341. Thank you. Love you, man. Appreciate your words. I appreciate your time and your support. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? I'm saying what I think, guys. I'm saying what we're all thinking. America was awesome. She still got some. She's got potential. We can get her back. We can nurse her back. Brian King B. Falcon, that's right. Get rid of university. We need more trade schools. Not only do you start making money faster, you don't owe nobody no money when you get out. And you're not indoctrinated with some sick bullshit. Ain't nobody got time to talk about pronouns and no damn electricity school. Electrician school. Heating and air conditioning, whatever. We ain't got time for that shit. We only got 2 years to get you out of here and get you prepared. You're debt-free, making cash. What's wrong with that? Oh, yeah. Was it if you're debt-free and you're ready to make your own money? What is that? Independent. Yeah, they don't like that. They need you dependent. They need you indoctrinated. They need your mind all fucked up. So be okay with what they're about to do to you. We need to get America back to what do they call it? Fighting shape. We need to get her back. Quick. Nate Deasy 502. LOL, not from Hallie to Leslie Jones. I'm weak. Great show, man. Thank you. That's pretty much what it is. You guys look up a picture of Halle Berry in, I don't know, 1995, and look up a picture of Leslie Jones right now. That's what we've turned her into. You see American Idol? Oh, shit. Yeah. America, you scared the shit out of me. What happened? You ever grow up with somebody, their life gets all fucked up, you run into them 20 years later, you get goosebumps seeing how messed up they look. All sucked up and emaciated, smelling like shit, because we let every Tom, Dick, and Harry come up in here inside of her. Get that border open. Spread those legs, America. Let all them illegals up in here so they can turn these American towns into little pueblos and shit they came from. You ever go into a Mexican restaurant in the bathroom and there's toilet paper inside the trash can? Huh? What does that tell you? That tells you that they didn't assimilate. That tells you they're still living life the way they did on the other side of the border. That tells me you don't want the American dream. You just want to be American. You just want to be in America. You don't want to be an American. You just want to be in America. This ain't no bullshit. This is a way of life. This is a set of beliefs. You don't have to come here. We don't need you. We got enough people. Would I be against an immigration moratorium? Two-letter answer, starts with an N, ends with an O. No, I wouldn't. What happens when you have an electrical fire? What do they tell you? Cut off the power source so you can deal with the fire. Cut that off so we can get our shit straight, so we can nurse her back. Like those action movies where the dude, what is it? Oh, another fly. Hold on, let me text my wife to bring me my bug assault. That's it. Bug assault. I bet you're going to text me back. Are you serious? Anyway, you know the action movies? Like, what's one? One off the top of my head is Punisher. He gets all blown up and shot up and shit. Or Man on Fire. He's all shot up and they got to nurse him back. There's that montage where they're training and at first they can't do it. But pretty soon they start eating again. They're taking their bandages off. They're practicing with the gun again. They're doing exercise. They're getting ripped again. They're getting ready. And what happens at the end of that montage? They're ready to kick some ass. I came here to kick ass and chew bubble gum. I'm all out of gum. They came to kick some names and take some ass. So we got to do it in America. We got to get her back. We have got to get her back. It's imperative. She's all fucked up now. She don't look too good. She don't look too good. Let's see. J954. Thank you again. JG, how did you not fall into the monolithic liberal brainwashing that most people of color fall into, especially living in Commiefornia? God bless you. You know, I was talking about that with my mom the other day, and I was thanking her. My dad's not here anymore. I would have thanked him too. But I thanked her for not giving me that setback. I thanked her for allowing me to start at the same starting line that everybody else does. Because when you believe that poisonous woke shit, the white man and all that, black people got it hard, that's pushing you behind the starting line. You're at a disadvantage. They're way up there getting ready to go, and you're back here fucking around worried about some stupid shit. Worried about what white people think and implicit bias and CRT. What are you talking about, man? You better get your ass up here on this starting line because we're about to shoot that gun. It's about to be on. Then it's too late. The reason I didn't fall for that shit is because my parents didn't make me. They didn't poison my mind. Good or bad, that shit's on you. You do good, you get all the praise. You do bad, you get all the shit that comes with that too. But that's how it is. You know, my dad used to tell me all the time, do it right the first time. Your word is your bond. Firm handshake. Look people in the eye. Mean what you say. You know, the basics. You know, toxic masculinity. My parents didn't play that shit. If something wasn't done right, it was my fault. Not somebody else's, not the white man, not the sweet and sour sniffles, not the government. I didn't worry about none of that shit. And really, I don't know why people do. Why would you take part in something like that? If you don't believe in it, it doesn't exist. I don't believe that there's this racist system out there to get me. And if there is, I don't notice it. I guess ignorance really is bliss. Because I don't pay attention. Ain't nobody ever stopped me from doing nothing. We chose the neighborhood we wanted to move to. We chose the school our kids went to. We get to choose the food that we eat. If I want to, I can go into any grocery store, and I mean any grocery store, and I can buy all the fresh fruit and produce that I want, even though they tell me that black people don't have access to it. Huh. Well, if you live in a neighborhood and you don't have it, do you have a vehicle, a bus? Do you got a bus that runs? Subway, maybe? You can always do the Chevrolets or the Lamborghinis. Those will get you around pretty good, too. You got 2 legs? You can do it. But my parents never allowed me to buy into that horse shit. My dad, he was a little older than my mom, so he grew up in Oklahoma when there was real racism. Not your shit you had to make up. It was there. It was real. And if it confronted my dad, he was like, all right, plan B. Not, they won't let me buy a house. Nope. My dad saved his money and bought his first house. Cash. had the second one built. Nothing stopped my dad. Let me tell you a story about my dad. I'm trying to tell you a story. It was my 8th birthday party, I believe. And my dad was outside working on a car. That's what he did. My dad was a mechanic. Great chef. Also a great mechanic. My dad could do everything. And we're having the birthday party. I don't remember if we were cutting the cake or what. And all of a sudden, my dad comes in, and we had the birthday party in the den. It was like outside, garage, into the laundry room, into the den. So we're all in there kicking it. My dad, he comes limping through the birthday party. Nothing crazy. It was almost like he was like, oh, don't mind me, I'm just passing through. And he went through. I didn't think anything of it. I'm still playing with my friends and shit. And then after the birthday party, I go in my parents' room, and my dad is laying in the bed, which I never saw. If my dad was laying in bed, it was bedtime. He was about to read a Louis L'Amour book and go to bed. My dad didn't lay down and watch TV. He didn't take naps. If he was laying down in his bed, he was going to go to sleep soon. So to see my dad in the middle of the day laying in bed, something was wrong. My mom is a nurse, so she had his leg was up, it was elevated, and it was all bandaged up. And I was like, what happened? When did that happen? You were outside working on the car. Now you're all laid up. What happened? And somehow, my dad was doing something. I think it fell off of the cherry picker. He was taking an engine out of a car or something. Somehow it fell, and the transmission like fell at an angle and scraped his leg, and it dug like a pretty good trench into his shin. He had that scar forever after that. And I'm like, what, did you go to the doctor? No, my mom patched him up. And he was like, I didn't want to mess up. I didn't want to ruin your party. So he took that pain, that shit had to hurt like a motherfucker because it wasn't no like clean cut that like dug into his shin. That shit hurt. And he didn't want to say shit. He didn't want to ruin my party. Good man. In many ways. And one of the ways he was a good man is that he didn't poison me with no bullshit. Yeah. That's why I married her. Boom. And that fly is still there, you stupid bastard. Man, this thing's fun. Anyway. So yeah, that was one of the many ways my dad was a good man. But most of all, he gave me the tools that I needed, and he didn't feed me no bullshit like it's somebody else. If anybody could have leaned on that white man crutch, it was my dad. He could have leaned on that shit. If anybody could have, he could have, but he didn't. He did what the fuck he wanted to do, and nobody told him otherwise. Nobody. Ain't nobody ever stopped my dad from doing shit. Ain't nobody ever told my dad no. One time, we were driving back cross country. We drove from our house in Prunedale, California, right on the coast, all the way to Baltimore, Maryland, through the southern part of the United States, and then we came straight back across the middle. And we stopped in Ohio for breakfast. And I remember walking, I was 12 years old. My brother, he was 16. And we walked in this place, and you could feel all the eyes on us. Everybody just turned around like, and we had, like I said, we just came through the South, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Georgia, South Carolina, the Virginias, all that shit. We just came from where they made racism. Ohio. We go in there, everybody's looking at us. And we're like, Dad, why don't we go somewhere else? My dad was like, shit, I'm hungry. My money's just as green as theirs. Sit down. That was my dad's attitude. No, let's go, all these white people, let's get out of here. No, I'm hungry. My money's green. Sit your ass down. I've been driving for 8 hours. That was it. So that's what I learned. I learned, it's not anybody else's fault. Iron Elegance, Monterey Kid here. What's up? 831. Did you live in Monterey or like in Monterey County? Futch 897 says, my family used to own the Supermax in Prunedale. What? The one right by the round table and the gas station and that liquor store right there? Yeah, man, right across the street from that. It's the same shopping center as the Burger King. But right across from there was where they used to have, what was it called? ComSource Video. Back when Friday, Saturday night, you went to the video store. Okay, Pacific Grove. Yeah, that's what they call it, a bedroom community. That's where the old people live in PG. But that's where the what is it? All the monarch butterflies go there. But yeah, man, my dad and my mom, they never gave me that shit, so I never learned it. Thank God. Thank God I never needed a red pill moment. What are you having for dinner, Lord German Husbando? So to answer your question, boy, that was a long answer. But yeah, my parents didn't give me that poison. That's right, Socrates Ken, PG. If you're from there, you know it's PG. And Prune Tucky, P-Town, Boondale. Oh yeah, the drive-through store. Yeah, there used to be a Jet gas station and a drive-through store, and then a little bit down the road from there, you had the VFW and then that feed store, and then down a little bit further was the Chevron, and then that little RV park on the right. Oh, ramen, that sounds good. But long story short, my dad was great. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. He was awesome. He wasn't all fun and games. My dad would tear that ass up if necessary, but he was a good man. Anyway. So the LGB drop the T trends on Twitter as many in the gay community reject transgender ideology. Why would they do that? Some gay activists are saying pump the brakes on the transgender ideology. Earlier this month, the hashtag LGB drop the T trended on Twitter. Users who said they identify as lesbian, gay, or bisexual criticized progressive gender ideology and attempted to distance themselves from the transgender activists. Bisexual, I think that's bullshit too. You're either gay or straight. You're not both. You can't have your cake and fuck it too. Sorry. Those tweeting under the hashtag expressed their frustration that in their view, the transgender, the Ku Klux Trans movement has co-opted the gay rights movement and turned it into something unrecognizable. The T hitched a ride for a few years back, invited itself to dinner, and is trying to make out that it always lived here. It didn't, tweeted user Rick Westhorpe, who describes himself as same-sex attracted in his Twitter bio. Oh, stop it. And the gay rights, get out of here with that shit. The human rights, all right? What do you want that you don't have? Pride marches, protests, and LGB rights happen without the T. I remember I was there. Uh-oh. I also remember the T wasn't, when the T wasn't there. Oh, shit. We getting some backlash? This picture right here. Let's see, wait for it to load up. Look at this picture right here. They're cutting the T out. Get out of here, T. You crazy bastards. Get out of here. You cut the B off of there too. Really cut the L, B, and the T. You're just G. You're gay. Be what you are. I'm trying to break it up in all these subsex psychotic groups. Ku Klux Trans. You guys are nuttier than squirrel shit. Just be a G. If that's what you are, that's what you are. But the T's do fuck it up for everybody. Those are the crazy ones. That's why I call them the Ku Klux Trans. They are the psycho enforcement arm of the alphabet soup group. Just like the real Klan was the enforcement arm of the Democrat Party. And no, there was never a switch. That is bullshit. They are the psychos. And they're fucking it up for everybody. I've said this before. What about gay people who just want to be gay? They want to live their life, do what they do, and be left alone and not constantly be dragged out into the spotlight with these crazy people. Like the couple, the woman, what up, Guitar Dude 777? The woman got a double mastectomy, threw her titties in the garbage, and the man is a trans woman. Marky Mark, I shot me cock off. That's what he said, not me. So you got these two nutty ass people living together and they made a baby. So never mind how stupid they sound. You know how you made that baby. You know how you made that baby because only men can do their part and women can do theirs. That's where those are those kind of the crazy ass people that are the Ku Klux Trans that believe that men can get pregnant and chest feed. Ladies, if you walked into your bedroom, you have a baby, you walk into your bedroom and your husband is trying to put his nipple in that baby's mouth, what would you say? Would you go, oh, honey, thanks for chest feeding? Or would you grab your baby in horror and say, what the fuck are you doing? We'll be signing the papers next week for divorce. Or we just say, hey, thanks, chest feeder. No, you wouldn't. Because a man putting his nipple in a baby's mouth is called child molestation. So you wouldn't be okay with that. But if you're knucking futz, oh, that's fine. No, that's not fine. That's not the world I want any part of. Lord German Husbando. Jericho, you reminded me when Mom and I at the grocery store last week and saw a guy with a Blockbuster t-shirt. Mom and I had to compliment him. Yeah, that's it's kids today. I hate to sound all old fogey, old fuddy-duddy, as my fourth grade teacher used to say. But that's a time that they won't get to experience. The excitement of pulling up to the video store on a Friday or a Saturday. Who am I going to see in here? Are they going to have the movie that I want? Are they going to have the new release that I want? The movie I've been seeing commercials for all week, waiting for Friday or Saturday. You run into the video store straight to the new release shelf to make sure you get a copy in hand. The feeling of getting that copy in hand, knowing that now we can walk around the video store, take our time, get some snacks. My mom can look for some chick flick. She can try to find Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants or whatever. It doesn't matter because I got my video. I'm chilling. The pressure's off. I don't have to worry about, is it there? Dad, drive faster. They're going to rent them all. I don't got to worry. I got my copy in hand. But if that copy wasn't there, what did you have to do? What was your next step? That's right. You go up to the counter and say, hey, man, has anybody turned any of whatever movie in? And they had that big tote, that big plastic fucking DuPont tote, excuse me. And the guy or girl, the guy was like, let me check for you. He'd turn around and look in the tote. And if you saw him walk over to it, you knew it was on. Got that copy. But that's juxtaposed with the sadness and the crushing feeling of, nah, man, sorry, no one's turned it in. Damn it. You weren't prepared for this. You didn't have a Plan B movie in your mind. You weren't ready for this. The worst. Carl, 3%, thank you. That's the worst. They don't have the movie you want? Shit. Yeah, man. Or trying to convince your sibling to get the same movie. That was another tough one. Convincing your brother or sister to get the movie that you wanted to see. Especially if it was their turn to pick. Then that was a real tough sell. You had to give them something for that. Bottle Cap Bob, thank you. Hey, this isn't the mall. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Wait, what? Where am I? Hey, wait. An 8-year-old walked by. Approximately 5 minutes ago. They were eating candy. Disgusting. Bottle Cap Bob, are you the same guy that I met at the dump? Because I could have swore that I met this guy. And I talked to him, I told him about my channel. That's why he told me about his. Are you that Bottle Cap Bob? Tell me. Talk to me, Bob. Because that name sounds familiar. Daryl Alexander. Never seen it spelled that way. Very unique. You had both parents in your life and they were able to instill positive values in you. Unfortunately, that's not the norm for our people. That's very unfortunate. And unfortunately, you're right. Our family's been destroyed. We were doing better as a nuclear family before the Civil Rights Act, even during slavery. The family is everything. My brother posted something. He sent it to me the other day. The Ku Klux Klan is dwarfed by Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood has killed more black people than the Klan. The Klan, yes. Pointed hats, robes, a little red cross right here. Them, the Klan. 20 million black babies murdered since 1973, since Roe v. Wade. The nuclear family has been destroyed in the black community. Therefore, the black community has been destroyed. The news every night is full of clips of savagery in the black community. Savagery. Murders. Beatings. You seen that video that came out of these grandmothers in this neighborhood in Brooklyn getting tortured and beat with sticks by the youth? Where are the fathers in that neighborhood? Let me catch your fucking ass out here torturing an old lady. First thing you're going to do is profusely apologize to that old woman. And you will be there every day to carry her bags or whatever else she got until you move out of here. Then, when I get you back to our residence, I'm going to fuck you up. Because I didn't raise no damn terrorist. I didn't raise no thug. I didn't raise no prisoner ID number. So therefore, you're not going to act like one. I wasn't afraid of no teachers. I wasn't afraid of no damn police. I was afraid of my dad. My dad had zero fuck around inside of him. There needed to be fathers in these neighborhoods, and that shit wouldn't happen because these kids would have a healthy fear and they would have some self-respect and discipline and integrity. If you remember yesterday, I told Nancy Pelosi that if you can say the word integrity, we'll let your husband go. She couldn't do it. Let's check in with Nancy. Nancy, can you say integrity? Integrity. No, she can't do it. Fathers are crucial. We all know people with daddy issues. They don't call them that for nothing. It's a damn shame that our community has been decimated by incentivizing the woman to run the man out of the house. Why do you think you got this? I don't need no man shit. Yeah, you do. How somebody could intentionally take on being a single parent blows my mind. We raised our kids with two parents. That shit was hard. You don't know tired till you have a kid. So either you go to boot camp or you have a kid. You don't know tired yet. That baby don't give a damn how much sleep you got. It don't give a damn what you did or didn't do the day before. It don't give a damn what you got planned for tomorrow morning. That baby's here to cry, eat, and shit. And that's what it's going to do. You better be ready for it. That's one of the many reasons you need parents. You need somebody to help you. So you don't lose your damn mind because that baby won't stop crying. And people do that shit on purpose? I'm so glad my parents didn't hamstring me with that shit. Marry before you carry. It's not that easy, Jericho. Yes, it is. If the breakdown of the family is what destroyed you, then fixing the family will fix you. Sorry, guys, I'm just a taxpayer, man. My bad. Roy, Lee, Painter. What's up with the super chat taking my money? Roy, I don't know, Roy. I don't know, man. I'm sorry it did. But you're my boy, Roy. Donna Madzalewski. Thank you very much for that, miss. Just a man evaluating stuff. My last two supers weren't read yet. Chill out. Just a man evaluating stuff. I'm on a roll. Call me Butter because I'm on a roll. Let's see. Boom, boom. I read that one. What's next? Boom, got that one. It's so crazy. But on a happier note, I'll be leaving to Dallas tomorrow morning to go to the Uncle Tom 2 premiere. One thing I'm not happy about is that I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning because my flight is full. So they say, we recommend you arrive 2 hours before your flight time. So I'm like a half hour or so away from there. So got to get up hella early. I'm not happy about it. But, whatever. I can sleep in on Saturday morning because the event's tomorrow night. So I'll do that. But I'm excited, man. Got my little outfit together. Oh, yeah. Went to the barbershop today. Got all trimmed up. I'm ready to go. And some of these guys, I'm excited, of course, to meet, the great people that are going to be there. But I'm also excited to see B. Tatum again, ABL, Craig Long, Oliver Mack. We all met in Arizona last year and I haven't seen them since. So it's going to be getting the band back together. Ogre, thank you for the Hamilton. Yo, JG, what do you think about the new info on Breonna Taylor? I'm starting to think the system's so broke, they're faked evidence. So yeah, it came out that some of the officers involved in acquiring the warrant have had charges against them for false evidence for the warrant. If anything like that happened, then of course that's wrong and those officers need to be punished. You can't be doing that shit. But it does not change the events of that night. It doesn't change the fact that it was a no-knock warrant, but they still knocked. There were neighbors that were coming outside because they were being too loud. It does not change the fact that Breonna Taylor and her boyfriend were up, awake in the hallway. They did not shoot her in her bed like a rabid dog. They were up in the hallway. He used her as a human shield, and when they brought him outside and arrested him, he said Breonna was the one shooting. So it changes none of the events that happened that night. It's unfortunate that they bullshitted the warrant if they did. If they really did do that, that's horrible. But it wouldn't make sense for them to have to conjure up this kind of stuff to get the warrant because St. Louis is pretty fucking violent. I'm sure they can get a warrant the old-fashioned way. And yes, none the miser, my mom was and still is a Shaolin master ass whooper. If you go to these Shaolin temples on the side of the mountain, you will see her carved in the side of the mountain, her likeness. She was very serious about her craft. Other than that, great mom. But when it came time to hand out customer service, well, that's what she did. Carolyn 714, she says, be kind, rewind. Yes, you would get charged back in the day if you did not rewind the tape before you sent it back, before you returned it. And also there's a movie called Be Kind, Rewind. Check that out. It's hilarious. Hilarious. Oh, it's so hilarious. Scott Del Nero, thank you for the Twompski. Appreciate that. Scott. Good looking out. Just want to make sure I got them all. I think I did. So yeah, today, after this, I have a conference call. Got to do some grown-up shit, I'm trying to see, Bottle Cap Bob, did you answer whether or not you were the guy that I met at the dump? Guess not. Guess you want to answer me, Bottle Cap Bob. Kenneth Jackson says, Jericho Green, what are some things to do in California once I come to visit? Well, Kenneth, what part are you going to? If you are going to Northern California, like up north, the Redwoods and stuff like that, that's great. If you want to go on the coast, I recommend you stay away from San Francisco unless you have a thing for human shit, then you'll love it there. If you're going down like Monterey, that coast, the aquarium, go to Phil's Fish Market. That's some awesome food. You want the best pizza in Monterey County? It's called Gianni's. That's also in Monterey. Mexican food anywhere on the Central Coast, you can't go wrong. Watsonville, Salinas, Castroville, don't matter. It's all pretty damn good. I don't know where you're from, Kenneth, but if you're from like one of the Midwest states or something like that, you don't live near any water, definitely, or any ocean, definitely go to the beach. Just go to the coast. And it always tripped me out. Even being from there, it used to be a trip that when I'm at the beach, I'm standing on the edge of America. But this is it. You take another step, you're in the water. You are truly on the edge of our country. I recommend that. Tahoe is great. The camping's great. If you're down in LA, I recommend you stay out of Los Angeles, unless, again, you have an affinity for human feces or being assaulted. San Diego's cool. Big military community down there. Shout out to Gabe. Big Navy town, big military town. You got Miramar, where Top Gun was and shit there. So, you know, there's a lot of shit to do in California. It just depends on what part you're going to. But definitely stay away from LA and San Francisco. And if you go inland, anywhere in California, if you're inland away from the water, you're good. Farmland, you want to see farmland for miles and miles and know where your produce comes from, go to inland in California, Central Valley, Fresno, Merced, all that kind of stuff. All your stone fruits and sugar beets, avocados, nuts, that's where all that stuff comes from. So California, there's still some very beautiful parts of California. Gavin Newsom hasn't completely fucked it up, but he's trying. It's not for lack of effort. But there's still a lot of beautiful parts in California. And I've said it before, once you get inland away from the coast, you go east of the coast, you get around some pretty level-headed people. I've been up here almost a year. I still haven't seen a Biden-Harris bumper sticker. And when I lived down in Monterey, every other car had one. And it was very sad. Because you know how stupid people like that are. Spunbrain65, thank you for the Hamilton. Serial Mom. Don't rewind, and Serial Mom has your ass. Oh, man, I miss those days. The video store? Oh, man. And then Friday, Saturday night, so you're going to the video store. That means, you know, the parents are a little more lenient on Friday and Saturdays. They're a little nicer. You're already out. Mom probably don't want to cook. It's Friday. You're tired. Oh, you just want to put your feet up and enjoy your chick flick. Why don't we just get some pizza, huh? There's a round table right there. There's a little Caesars right there. A little takeout. It's a good night. You come home with movie and a pizza? I'm done. I'm done. A little kid, you give me my favorite movie and some pizza. I won't give you any problems, I promise. Patricia Young. Hey, Jericho. You gentlemen were on fire yesterday. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate that, Patricia. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We were laughing our asses off, man, talking about that damn movie. Oh, man, talking about that damn movie. Roy Painter. I looked for your super, man. I couldn't find it. I went all the way to the top. I apologize, sir. I couldn't find it, man. My bad.
I've failed you, Roy. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me, Roy Painter.
My bad, yo. All right, guys, like I said, I got a conference call. My alarm just went off to remind me it'll be happening in 15 minutes. But again, guys, damn it, every single time you were great, I was great, we were great. Tomorrow, I will be doing a video either at the airport, because I'll be there hella early, or at the hotel room. Maybe both, but I'll be doing a video tomorrow. No live stream, of course, because I won't be here. Saturday, I'll be traveling. So basically, Friday, Saturday, no live stream. You already know I take Sundays off. So we'll be back at it Monday. I'll have stories to regale you with about my trip to Dallas, reuniting with the boys, meeting all kinds of new people. Dr. Ben Carson's going to be there, Larry Elder, Alan West, heavy hitters. When am I going to get another opportunity to be in a room with that much American greatness? And if you don't know how great Dr. Ben Carson is, Google his ass. He's done some things. He had a lot of firsts. You know, back when firsts were important. He did a lot of great things in the medical community. I hope to have a chance to shake his hand and bend his ear for a minute. I got to meet Larry Elder and tell him how big of a fan my mom is of him. She made that clear. So it's going to be a great time. I can't wait. Again, not excited about waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, but I got to do what I got to do. And here we go. One more super chat. Thank you. Bottle Cap Bob. Hey, JG, I am the guy. I love your show. First time I've got to catch you live, but I tune in every day after work. gets my anger blood flowing. I will be your anger blood brother, Bottle Cap Bob. I'm glad you responded, man. I appreciate that. It was a pleasure meeting you. I'm subscribed to your channel. And if you guys want to check out Bottle Cap, let me try that again. If you want to check out Bottle Cap Bob's YouTube channel, I recommend it. He does metal detectors, right? I've always wanted to do that shit. As a kid, I was thinking, man, I want to go to the beach with a metal detector and find some big ass treasure chest full of Spanish gold and retire at 9 years old. Didn't happen. But thanks for the response, Bottle Cap Bob. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for tuning in. And as I said before, pleasure meeting you. J954, thank you again. You just went to the barber. They missed the beard and your Michael J. Fox Teen Wolf looking at LOL. Uncle Tom is a must watch. Yes, it is. I didn't go to get my hair cut. I got my beard edged up. He hooked me. I did the little razor, got me under here. It's beautiful. And speaking of Michael J. Fox, a clip from that movie I used on the hashtag Not Today, the part where he's in the garage and he's telling Styles that he's a wolf. He's like, Styles, I got something to tell you, Styles. And Styles is like, you're not a fag, man. Please don't tell me you're a fag. And he goes, Styles, I'm not a fag. And I'm just quoting a movie, YouTube. But that was back in the day when you could say whatever the fuck you wanted in a movie. Hashtag Not Today. But I got to go. I'm out of here. I'm off like a prom dress. I got things to do, places to go, people to do, and the easy ones twice. Say it with me, damn it. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.